Hey y'all, it's time for some damn good content. I'm Shelby Clement, your host and business bestie. I'm a content creator, social media manager and coach, keynote speaker, wife, and a mama of two who ditched her 9-to-5 to build a thriving multi-six-figure business solely using social media. Just like you, I'm a working mom and a wife with limited time. So I'm committed to cutting the fluff and delivering tips and fresh ideas straight to your earbuds on how you too can harness damn good content and create that type of business that you love and are proud of. Each week, we'll deep dive into strategy and mindset of building your brand on social media so that your confidence and success in the online space can skyrocket. Get ready to step outside of your comfort zone and start creating some damn good content. Are you ready? Let's freaking get it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Damn Good Content Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Clement, and today we have one of my favorite new gal pals, Aidan Carpenter here.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all, we're going to deep dive into her because she is about to launch her first album, which is amazing. She's about to be performing at the House of Blues, actually, on the 30th. So actually, when you hear this, it'll be, 3 days from when it launches, because next Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
She's 18.
18. Almost 19.
Okay, 18, and she lives in New York.
Yes.
For school.
now. Yes.
So give us a little lowdown on who you are, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So, I live a double life. I play D1 soccer in New York, and I also am an artist and songwriter. I've been doing both for my whole life, but recently I've been focusing a lot on my music, especially now that I'm home. And for the past year or so, I've been grinding on this album, and it's finally gonna be released.
Are you so excited?
I am excited.
Does it feel so surreal?
Yeah, it does. If it's like weird. I don't know. It's really weird.
Before we hit record, obviously we were talking about it, and I was like, when did you write your first song? And what we talked about was 17. So 16?
Yeah. I mean, I've been writing songs my whole life, and some lyrics I used from when I was literally in 8th grade, and I would just write stuff.
Yeah.
But I really sat down and wrote my first song. Yeah, 17, I'd say. 17, 16, almost 17.
Y'all, this album is a jam. The inspiration behind it is really cool. It's we talked about it a little bit because when I first heard it, I thought it was a breakup for sure.
Yeah.
But she said it was definitely it's a mix between what you went through in your breakup and what you were going through in the family. Give us a little bit of insight on that.
So all my songs, I wrote them in different stages of my life. But the first song I wrote, that was me going to college. So you can kind of tell it's sad. It was my first release. I was leaving. And it was just kind of separation from the people I love. And then my other songs, I'd always kind of write about where I was in my life at that time. So they're all very different because from breakups, different boyfriends, family, friends, all that. It's kind of just a mix of my emotions with all my relationships and every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
So
at what age did you start singing? Did you know, holy crap, I have a really good voice?
Gosh, I sang my whole life, out the womb I was singing. But I kind of obviously looking back to videos when I was younger, I was like, God, why did my parents let me do that? But from when I was when I could learn how to speak, I think I started singing, and my parents were like, okay, this might go somewhere. So
yeah.
I was in a show choir when I was younger. It's called Mandeville Show Choir when I was little, and I was performing show choir. And then when I got older, I was like, I don't want to sing anymore. I want to do soccer because stage fright. I was embarrassed and I want to play soccer. So then I played soccer for a year and I quit singing. And then the next year I quit soccer and I sang for a year. And then I was like, wait, but I also like soccer. So then I was like, you know what? I have to do both. So then, I've been doing both from for the past 5 years. All throughout high school, I kind of did both.
Yeah.
But
I love how isn't it funny how life changes, how you were stage fright?
Mhm.
And literally now you play D1 soccer, so you are on a stage.
Yeah.
And then now you're about to sing at the House of Blues. You've had a concert before though?
Yeah, at the Fillmore.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, not even a year ago.
So what do you feel changed from holy crap, I don't want to be on stage to it's okay, I like it enough to actually do it?
Ooh, okay, so 8th grade, ninth grade, 10th grade, I would not sing in front of anyone, like, anyone. I
Were
would
you
sing
embarrassed?
I was scared. I was, like,
Yeah.
so scared. Um, and the first time I posted a singing video of, like, something I recorded in my room, I was in 10th grade, and, like, right when I posted it, I had to, like, put my phone away, and I started sobbing. I was like, "I can't," like, I was so freaked out. And then, like, obviously, all my friends texted me, like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good." And so, like, slowly, it was, like, a day by day thing. I would, like, get more confident, more confident, more confident. Um, and so, yeah, then I just got to this point where I was like, "Okay, I can't let fear rule my life." So then I was like, "Screw it, I'm, like, going all in." And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that brought me here, basically.
Well, because so I've heard her sing, obviously, in real life, and because we work together now, and
Yes.
I've seen stuff online, all those stuff, all those things. But your Adele cover that I heard yesterday, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like
Yeah.
nobody can really touch. I mean, there are certain people that can touch an Adele cover, but
Yeah.
when like I heard you sing it, it was just so effortless and just so. Would you say that she's like one of your inspiration artists? Like
Yeah.
who do you look up to as you are writing and singing and growing up?
So when I was little, it was always Adele. I That was the first, like, music book I ever got was hers, and so I would always sing her. I would, like, try to, like, make my voice lower when I was, like, little and, like, try to, like, mimic the way she sounded.
Yeah,
But, right now, it's definitely Billie Eilish. It's been Billie Eilish for a while.
I could see that.
I base
Uh-huh.
a lot of my songwriting and style off of her, but, the first video I ever posted of me singing that went, like, viral on TikTok was me singing an Adele cover, so that kinda, like, inspired me to post more and more singing videos, but yeah, I always get good reviews when I post Adele, for sure.
So when you say you posted your first ever video of singing, was it on TikTok, Instagram? Like where did you actually post this?
My first ever video, that was on Instagram, and I didn't even post it. It was literally I posted a picture of my wall, and it was like a little link thing, and it was just like, "Listen!" Exclamation
Shut
point.
up.
And so and that freaked me out. I was like, "Oh my god, if people tap the link, like,
Like,
oh my god."
should I delete it?
Yeah,
Did you ever think that you should have deleted it?
I don't know. I think I might have deleted it after, like, a day, like, 24 hours. I was like, "I can't," and so I took it down. But then, like, obviously, the next time I posted, I got, like, more comfortable with it. But, yeah, my second time posting singing video was on TikTok, and that was, like, the one that, like, a bunch of people loved. So then I was like, "Okay, maybe it's, like, I should post more of these."
Yeah, so
So,
basically you're saying just rip off the Band-Aid.
yeah, basically, that's what I did. That's what I've been doing. It's a process.
So
So,
what is advice because you are young, you're very young. So what is your advice to people that want to sing or want to chase their dreams, but they're all letting fear dictate like what they do next?
oh my gosh, I would say you can't let others dictate how you live your life. Like, I let other people's, like, opinions, like, what do they think? Am I weird? Like, how do people perceive me? Like, I let that rule my life for so long, and you'll never be happy if you let that happen. And I also get, like, inspired from other people I see, like, oh my gosh, like, she doesn't care what anybody thinks. Like, that's so cool. Then that inspired me, like, I want to be that for somebody. I want somebody to look at me and say, wow, like, she's really going for what she wants. She's chasing her dreams. And, like, I hope I can be that person for somebody to look up to.
That yeah, I love that. So how cuz your generation literally is social media.
Yeah, mhm.
So is it's so hard not to consume yourself with the
Yeah.
comparison game of
Oh,
others.
yeah. Mhm.
And especially like we were talking about this the other day of like we both dream very big. We have these people we look up to and we're like, well, why can't we be there already? Because it
Mhm.
takes time for us to get there. And like
Yeah.
we didn't see the work that they put in. We just see where they are now.
Yeah.
And so with social media, I guess what is your thought process on the comparison game for it, especially with your generation?
Yeah, I've, like, especially all throughout high school, all I would do, I would, like, scroll on TikTok, see these, like, beautiful girls and these, like, filters, obviously, and I would, like, constantly compare even people, like, where they are musically, like, these artists that are already famous, I would compare myself to them, but I always have to, like, trace it back, like, they had their first, like, audition, they had their first, like, stage performance, and so what I do if I compare myself to someone, I always want it to be a healthy comparison because I would, like, say there's this popular artist. I would scroll back to, like, their first video,
Yeah.
and I would be like, "Okay, they were here. I'm here right now. Everybody starts somewhere. You don't snap your fingers overnight and get to where you wanna be." So, as long as it's a healthy comparison, like, obviously, I mean, girls compare themselves, like, looks-wise to
Yeah.
everyone, And comparison is the killer of happiness. Like my mom, that phrase is like ingrained to my head because she always, like when I was little, she would always say that to me. So I just always have to like remind myself. So
If you could go back to as a little girl, could you see yourself being where you are now? Like, are you just like, holy crap, like I'm singing, putting out an album, I'm about to sing at the House of Blues, and this is just the beginning.
yeah, I would be I don't even know. I think I would like be like, no way, this isn't me. Cause I mean, especially I was so scared. So I was like, no way. But when I was little, I was like fearless, obviously, as every little kid is. And I would like pretend to like I would be singing in the shower and like pretend I'm performing and then like pretend to take a picture like my album cover. And like I feel like I manifested it throughout my life, even though I didn't really go for it like at all like points in my life.
Yeah.
When I was little, I always had this vision that I really wanted. I don't think I ever let it die, because I feel like a lot of people let, like, their dreams die. At one point, they're like,
Yes.
"Okay, I have to, like, get serious now." But, like, for me, it's always been something I just can't let it die. Like, it just I have to pursue it, or at least I have to pursue it and see where it goes. So, I'm glad I didn't give up on my little self's dream.
I know, me too, because
So
hell, you got a great voice. So is it weird that you were like, I feel like my life is gonna be all about soccer, and then all of a
yeah.
sudden you're
Mhm.
D1, like that's everyone's dream that's an athlete or that grows up an athlete to be like a
Yeah.
D1 athlete. Now you're in New York playing soccer, but you're like, I love it, but then I love music. So like, is
Yeah.
it weird that you thought, okay, this is where my life is going, but now this is where it actually took a hard turn?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Even when I quit singing for soccer, I mean, I feel like if you really love someone, if it's like ingrained in your soul, you can never really like let it die, no matter how much you like push it to the side.
Yeah.
It always just kept popping back up in my life, and like I can still do both. Like before one of my soccer games, I sang the national anthem. So there's always a correlation with what I'm doing. And it's unique because I feel like a lot of people don't play like a sport and they're also artistic. It's
Yeah.
kind of like one or the other. So I kind of like that I'm pursuing both of those
You're just
things.
unique
Yeah, I
and
just
blessed.
yeah, it's whatever.
You have a great support system. So, like,
Yeah.
truly, you have such amazing parents that
Mhm.
are pushing you and, like, basically giving you the opportunity to do everything that you want to do, and especially pursuing music.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that has helped you along the journey of doing this? Because sometimes when people say, I want to be a musician, well, I can't even say that, but a musician and like a songwriter, some people are very hesitant and they hold back because they're
Yeah.
like, that's too big of a dream. But
Mhm.
you got dealt a really good hand where your parents
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
are
No,
very
I
supportive.
I would not be able to, like, get to the point I am without their support, and I feel like I'm, like every day I think about it, I'm so blessed to have, like, parents that are so supportive in my life because I feel like a lot of people are like, a lot of parents are like, "Okay, like, we can't support this, like, this isn't" 'cause it's not like, "Oh, let me release a song and get a bunch of money and get fame." Like, it's a process, you struggle at first, and, like, I'm so glad that they're willing to, like, struggle with me and, like, go through that process of not being successful, not getting anything out of it, and then growing with me at the same time, and, like, eventually it's gonna pay off, but for the beginning aspect, especially in this industry, it's not gonna pay off at first. You're gonna be doing, like, very hard work with no reward at the end, and then I'm just glad that they're trusting me,
Yeah.
and they're supporting me, especially through all this.
Okay, so we're gonna have a question back to the album because I have this
Okay,
really, I want to get your thoughts on it. But
okay.
number one, I want to talk about your album. I want to talk about the meaning, like your favorite song, all that stuff. But I want to ask whose idea the flamethrower was.
It was my dad's. My dad, the pyromaniac, that was his
That
idea.
is so funny. So,
Yeah.
like, when you came up with your album and you wrote all of your music, did you know you wanted fire in it?
Okay, well, I don't know if you can see this. My tattoo, the first tattoo I ever got, it is a matchstick, even though everybody says it looks like a spork, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay, got it.
Um, my name means fire. So, like, when I was little, that was, like, when I would, like, make a friend, "Oh, my name is Fire, my name is Aidan." I thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
But that's, like, kind of the opposite of how I would describe my personality, but, like, it's always that's just my name. So, I was like, "Okay, I have to, like, have some fire aspect, like, this would be a cool, like, my first album, like, sparking the fire, sparking my life, my dreams." So, it was just, like, a cool metaphor, and it also, like, went with my name. So that's kind of where I came up with Ignite for the album name, because it's like, I don't know, like it's just a metaphor for my life, which
Yeah.
is so cool. But yeah, so like throughout the songs, like there's some that have a lot of like fire references. But yeah, so that's kind of why that's my
I love
name.
it. So basically, you had this vision, and then your dad was like, "Let's get a flamethrower."
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I didn't have the vision. He had the vision of the flamethrower, and he was like I can't tell him something, him like, okay, that's cool. Like it's full go, like all in, we're doing it. So I was like, okay, like my album's gonna be called Ignite, like fire, and he was like, all right. So then he went, like, got the flamethrower, he bought me a bunch of matchsticks, he bought me like a lighter thing that like goes up to the ceiling. He got every like fire thing he could have. Like he honestly is turned into a pyromaniac after I said that. So every day he's been like, all right, we have to go shoot the flamethrower. We have to go shoot the flamethrower. Because he has this grand idea in his head that we're going to have the coolest video of me shooting a flamethrower in like a dress and like going crazy with it. Like that's his dream that he wants for me.
Does that
That's
make
what he
you
wants to see.
nervous to hang out with a flamethrower
Uh,
like that in a dress?
I
'Cause,
don't
like, what could
know.
happen, right?
Exactly. Like I don't know how to shoot a flamethrower. I've never done that. So I mean, I guess then he was like, "Oh, we could shoot it at your mom's car and like pretend you're burning the car." I was like, "Yeah, let's talk to her and see how she feels about that.
I
She's
remember
gonna kill
after I
him."
meeting y'all for the first time, he said that, and I was like,
Mm.
"Okay." I mean,
Yeah,
her car's not cheap, but
yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
an
I mean, if
idea.
that's what y'all want to do.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the songs that are on your album, just because we're about to release what, January 1?
Yep.
Super exciting.
Mhm.
What is your favorite song?
Okay. That's a hard one because it was Gravity, and everyone
That's a
loves
jam.
Gravity. That's like
Mhm.
an iconic song, I feel like.
Whenever you started singing it the other night, I was dancing. I was like, I only
Uh,
heard it once.
no, everybody gets hyped for that song, and then also Every Minute. That's the first one. So obviously, like I like that's the first time I ever released anything. So my friends like went crazy with that. So like the OGs know how important Every Minute was. Um, but right now, because I've just heard Gravity so many times,
That
like
you're like, I'm
I'm
over
like,
it.
okay, like I can't. Um, right now, I'd probably have to say it would be we're still deciding on a name. It's still up in the air. Either Ashes or Ignite. It's gonna be called one of those things, but we don't know what it's gonna be called yet. But
Same
yeah.
song, guys.
Yeah,
Just
same
we don't know
song,
if it's
but
gonna be Ignite or Ashes.
we've been
Yeah.
going back and forth. But yeah, that's probably my favorite just because it's more upbeat. I feel like a lot of songs I write are like either sad or like, I don't know, kind of chill. But this one's like, I don't know, it's more like in your face, which is like different because I don't really like write songs like that. But I think it's cool because it's like a good dancing song.
Yeah.
So like when I perform it, it'll be like people can get like hyped to it and stuff. So
This
yeah.
makes me just so it's like you're like a little sister already. And it's just so exciting because I've really never known anyone for the journey of writing music and then
Mhm.
launching and then going to sing somewhere. So I think that's really
Yeah,
freaking cool.
it
How
is.
long was the process writing the album?
I'd say it probably took like a full year to write everything, mix everything, come up with the melody. Like I'd say on average, writing one song, sometimes it literally takes 2 days to like finish a song. Sometimes it takes like a couple weeks because we just can't like decide. Like my producer and I, we like go back and forth with some ideas, and then sometimes we
Yeah.
don't agree, and then we kind of figure it out. It's a process. But yeah, working with him, like probably I'd say on average like a week to really finish a song and have it done, which is not bad. I mean, I feel like that's quick to like get a song done. But
For someone that has no idea how long it takes, sounds pretty quick to
yeah.
me. I mean, I don't even know where to begin to write a song. So, like, when you say I guess, like, to pick your brain for, like, I don't know, but
Uh-huh.
as a songwriter, did it just, like, come to you? Do you grab a notebook and you just start writing it
Yes.
down? Or do y'all just sit in a room until it comes out? Like, how does this
No.
work?
Okay, for the writing aspect, it is so inconvenient how I write songs. I can be talking to someone, like literally talking, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I have a song idea." And I like can't like I'm stuck in the conversation, but I have to record it on my voice memos or write it down before I forget it. So like I'll be in conversation and I'll be like at the worst places where I can't record it. And I have to like go run. I look like a weirdo. I'm like in the corner, I'm like, and I'm like singing it to my phone. It happens like the most random times, and then sometimes I'll literally be in bed, like when I'm, like, overthinking at night, as we do, I'm, like,
Yeah.
laying down, and then it like hits me and I like get up at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I have to record this. So then I record it. Like it's weird. It honestly, it's like when my brain kind of like chills and has time to think and I'm like not thinking about it. That's like when it hits me.
It's like, I guess every creative person, it's really just honestly
Mm-hmm.
whenever you
Yeah.
are just in the most inconvenient and you don't have anything to write or even like record and you're like, crap, I got to go run and get something to do.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
well, for 2024, obviously it's going to be a big year for you because you're
Mm-hmm.
launching an album. So I want to take a step back though. What was your biggest like aha proud moment for 2023 before we go into 2024?
I'd have to say definitely the Fillmore performance. That I mean, that was my first like I've had like little performances like in a bar, like little tiny places. But like, I don't know, that was just something like completely different cuz especially when everyone's singing something like you wrote that you brought to life, it's like it's crazy to see it actually like it's like, oh, this is happening like they're like actually singing my music. And I don't know, I feel like I don't give myself credit a lot for like how I write my songs, like where I am and like the point I've gotten to. But like
Yeah.
that moment when everybody was singing, I was like, "Oh my God, like this is so
Look,
cool."
mama
Like
made it.
yeah.
This is so
Like yeah,
cool.
even though it was a full house, like sold out, which was crazy and I just never thought that I would like actually happen. Like I always thought about it like, "Oh, like that would be cool if I sang on stage one day." But like I was there and I was doing it. So I was kind of like that was the first time I was like, "Wow, I'm really like proud of myself right now for
Yeah.
doing that."
Isn't it crazy how like sometimes you have to like take a step back to really be proud of
Mhm.
yourself and be like, "Holy crap, look what I
Yeah.
did." Cuz I don't know if you're like this, but for me it's like I do something that I'm automatically like on to the next thing. So I don't ever take a time to like really
Yeah, exactly.
appreciate what I've done.
Mhm.
So that moment that you were watching them, you were just like, "Holy shit."
Yeah, uh-huh. It was just cool. It was just such a cool moment. I was like, wow, like cuz I went from like being terrified to sing in front of anyone to that, and I feel like I mean, it took a lot from me. Like I don't talk about it a lot, but it took a lot. And so I was just kind of like proud of myself from getting through that, you
Okay,
know.
wait. Well, you just opened the floodgates. So it
Okay.
took a lot for you to get there. So what
Yeah.
was really that holding you back and what do you feel like was that turning point that actually made you like do it? You know what I mean? There had to be something besides I mean, it could be just saying, don't let fear dictate what you said earlier, but
Yeah.
like truly what was it for you?
Honestly, I feel like a big part of it, like fully like going for it, had to do with me graduating. Cause after I graduated, I was like, I kind of had like a bigger picture on life. Like I'm gonna have to do something with my life. And I wasn't like I feel like in high school everyone's so like self-conscious and
Yeah.
like I don't want to be weird out of the box. And then after I was like slowly and also I had so much support in high school when I was doing this, like all my friends, like they were so supportive. And so when I just got to that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with high school. I feel like I kind of it was a restart for me. And so I
Yeah.
was like, when I restart, I want to restart as somebody like I've always wanted to be and someone like I'm not afraid to be. So yeah, I kind of like taking that step, graduating, I kind of like graduated from like little scared me in the corner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know we talked about this. I can't remember was it well, it was this week when we were having coffee. It was
Mhm.
you become a different person once you step on stage.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit about how that feels. So like you're so nervous and then like you go what you step on. I know how this feels. So I get
Yeah.
exactly what you're
Uh-huh.
saying, but give
Yeah.
me a little bit of what that means.
Okay, so this is a terrible tactic, but before I performed at the Fillmore, I did not think about the show. I didn't even mention it. Like somebody would like ask me, "Oh, how's the show?" I'd be like, "Good, like I'm excited," but I like didn't like it didn't process in my brain that it was happening. So I was like, "Show? What show? Like that's not happening." So I'd like
Yeah.
cast it away from my thoughts
Right.
because I didn't want to like overthink like, you know. So I didn't think about it until I was literally stepping onto the steps to get into the stage. I was like, "Holy shit, I'm about to perform." I was like, "Uh-oh." Like this is happening.
Yeah, like holy crap, I
So,
gotta do
yeah.
the dang
And
thing.
so like literally I barely remember like what happened. I just like went into a trance. Like I became I feel like people say like, "Oh, channel a certain version of yourself." I like fully channeled like stage presence me. Like I had to channel somebody else because I was like, I'm not myself right now. Like I like went like on pause and I don't know, like a different person came out. I don't know who she was, but that was stage me. And I feel like I'm like sometimes I can be shy in real life, but like when it comes to the stage, it's kind of easier because if you told me like, oh, like sing in front of these two people, I would get like shy. But if you told me sing in front of this huge crowd, I could easily do it just because it's not like I can't really see exactly who you are in the crowd. It's like a blur.
Yeah.
So like when it's a blur, I'm like, okay, this is like I don't my brain doesn't like process it as like real people. So it's just like
Yeah.
a crowd. I
Yeah.
don't know why that's like so weird, but
No, I mean, I get it, but like
yeah.
people listening might not understand
Yeah,
that. But it
yeah.
is true because you get so nervous, but then
Mhm.
you just turn into a different person because you're
Yeah.
like, I have to do it. Like at
Yeah,
this point, I
exactly.
can't turn back.
Yeah.
All these people came to
Can't
see
run
you.
away.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm so excited. Okay, so for 2024, like what is the most exciting thing that you have coming up or that you're like looking forward to in 2024?
Obviously, my album release. That's probably the most exciting thing right now. But in the future, I feel like I don't know, I like a lot of new opportunities are coming up for me. And I'm just excited to like have all my release, like my launches, my release parties for the album. Cause like after the album is released, it's not like, okay, it's released. I'm like
Oh
going
no,
away
honey, it's
now.
gonna be in full
Like,
drive.
yeah. So I get to have like I get to have a release party here, and then when I go back to New York, I can have it with all my college friends and my team, which is gonna be so cool. And I can like celebrate in the city. And my mom was like, "Yeah, you need to go on a billboard in Times Square." I was like, "Okay, we can make that
If we
happen.
can make that
That's
happen,
fine. I can
yes.
always edit myself on a billboard. I don't know, but
Yeah. How cool would that be though?
that would be cool.
That would be like
That would be smart too, cause like nobody can be like, no, I was there when you took that picture. You're not on there. If I could just edit myself on there,
but like how cool if you just saw yourself on a billboard.
yeah, that would be. My brother was on a billboard in Times Square before I was. My little
Was it
brother,
because he was in
Cole,
what
the
music?
Youngblood music video.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that was a fun shoot.
Were
But
you in that video too?
no, I was when he came down, I was like the like choir director person for like the little kids. And then Colt was there. And of course, Colt being Colt, he like made an impression on him. So he's like, who was that little kid? I want him in my actual music video. So then we were flown out to London, and we like he was crazy in that music video. It was amazing. But yeah, so then for his music video, he had like a short clip of it with him and Colt. Colt was like his mini me,
Uh-huh.
basically. So yeah, I was like, I saw a picture online. I was like, is that my brother? He was literally on Times Square on a billboard. I was like, wow. And he's like too young to like
Really
think that
understand?
yeah, he doesn't like understand. I was like, Colt, you were on a billboard. He was like, okay. I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
How old
what?
is Colt?
Oh my God, he's 10. He just turned 10.
Can he sing too or no?
No.
Can he
But
act?
he can act. He's in acting now. After that,
After that, he's like, this is my life.
he beat out 4 other professional kid actors based off of London, Los Angeles. He beat all of them out in
For
the
this music
audition.
video?
Yeah, in the audition. He's never acted a day in his life. He's just like, he's just him. I don't even know how to describe it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So you talked about your launch party in New York. Super
Mhm.
excited about that. I'm super excited
Yeah.
about that.
I would fly you out if I could. But
I might just fly myself
yeah.
out.
But we haven't like figured out like where exactly it's gonna be. But it would be awesome if I could do it somewhere in the city. And I might have like several. I just don't like I don't know where in the city to like go. Like I like here we have so many like connections with where I can have like releases and where I can perform. But I definitely like when I get up to New York, I wanna try to make more connections up there
Yeah.
because that's such like there's everything's there.
Yeah.
So I definitely think I could like take advantage of that. So,
Okay. Well, cool. I loved having
yeah.
you today. I want you
Thank
to
you.
sing for us, which is weird because no one's ever done this. So I think it's gonna be
Okay.
really cool.
I know.
I did ask your guys before, and I just whatever song you want, I guess. And
Okay.
then you could just sing a little bit of it or the whole thing, whatever you feel.
Okay, let me think. I have to think of what song. What's your favorite song?
Well, I love Gravity, but you've literally said no. I do like Every Minute. I do like Miss You While You what's
Miss You When You're Here.
that one is a jam too. I don't know. I'm like loving all of them because like I'm listening to it on repeat, so I know the words for House of Blues.
Okay, let's think.
What's the other one that I don't know. I had it literally in my car a while ago, like playing and just jamming.
Okay, I'll sing Miss You When You're Here. That's like a good like
Yes.
slow one.
Okay.
Okay, this is Miss You When You're Here, and it is I don't even know what number song it is on the list, but it's one of like it's my more laid back chill songs.
Wait, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this one though.
Okay, so this one was like, I was like, it was probably somebody I dated. And I was like, dang, like I really miss them. And I was like, wow, I even miss them when they're right next to me. And I was like, hold up, that's a bar. So then I wrote it down. And I was like, miss you when you're here. Cause it's like, that doesn't make sense. Like you miss somebody, but they're right next to you. But it was like a feeling you can't explain, you know, like it's like you just like want to be by somebody so much, even when they're right next to you. It's like you can't like get enough of the person. So that's kind of like what inspired the whole thing. But yeah,
I love listening to you talk about it because your passion comes out. Because you're like, this is what it means.
I talk with my hands so much.
It's okay. All right, give it to us, girl.
Okay. 'Cause I miss you when you're here with me, and I want you when you're 3 feet away. Oh, you know I need you close 24 hours of the day. Gotta have you all of the time so I can feel okay. That's it. That's the clip.
Yay. Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I can't wait to jam with you. Guys, if you want, there's going to be tickets available for House of Blues for
Yes.
December 30th. What time are you going on again? There's acts before you, but you go on it.
So there's 2 opening bands, and then I'm going on, I think, 10:30
I
or
want to
11.
say that was what it is.
10:30,
Yeah.
I think. 10:30, 11.
I'm going to have to, take a nap
Yeah, no.
to
you're
last
gonna-
for that.
No.
Because I normally go to, I'm a mom. I go to
know.
bed at like 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a nap and I'm going to have a Celsius or something.
And espresso martini.
And that when I get there.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful.
You know what? Actually, fun fact, I've never been to the House of Blues.
Wow, really? Wait,
I
I've
know.
been one time. That's it, though.
Well, I can't wait to
Yeah.
cheer you on. I can't wait to wear your face on my shirt because they're ready.
Everyone go buy merch. I'm selling my t-shirts with the album cover on it.
And it looks so good.
And you'll be so cool if you're wearing one. Like you'll just instantly be cool.
I'm going to wear it there that night.
And I'll repost everyone who posts picture of my
All right.
t-shirt.
Well, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
If you like this episode, please comment, share, leave us a review. And until next time, let's freaking get it.